What's up, you guys? Stealthy RS here once again with another video just for you. And in today's video, we're going to go ahead and talk about what went on at the dealership when I dropped it off to have the recall procedure done. Also, while you're at it, I have a fellow YouTuber and RS owner named. But before we get into those details, please take a moment and hit that subscribe button down below and help me on my journey to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of view time. Also, while we're on the subscribe topic, I have another fellow YouTuber and RS owner that's on that same journey as I am to hit 1,000 subscribers. His name is Official Sticky, so please go ahead, take a moment, hit that subscribe button for him as well. I'll include a link in the description to his channel as well at the end of the video. Now let's get into some details. So for those of you that may be new to the channel or haven't been updated on my recent videos, Ford has released the recall to fix the head gasket with other issues as well. I believe they released the recall on January 21st, correct me if I'm wrong. However, I scheduled my appointment that day for the following Tuesday to find out that my vehicle should be ready the next day. So if you followed along with my videos, you know that my vehicle wasn't ready that Wednesday. Even though that they promised me if it passed the pressure test, it would be ready, but we ran into some issues. When I called to schedule that appointment, I asked them if they had the parts in stock or if they had to pressure test the vehicle first before ordering them. They told me, no, don't worry about it. We have them all in stock. It turns out the only part that they had in stock for the recall was the head gasket. They didn't have the whole kit on order. They didn't have none of the heads in stock. Luckily, my car didn't need a head because during the pressure test, it only lost a total of 2.5 PSI, which wasn't bad. It had to lose over 4 PSI for them to replace the head. So when they told me this news, I figured, great, I'm going to get my car back tomorrow once they get the head gasket on. Well, that didn't happen. I came to find out that there was actually more parts added to the recall, and some of those parts aren't available anymore. A lot of people aren't getting their focuses fixed because the sealant for the head gasket isn't available. The sealant was one of the parts that was added to the recall, and unfortunately, they ran out through all Ford manufacturers. They completely ran out to the point where they discontinued the recall until further notice. Luckily, I was one of the first people on the list, and they were able to get that sealant in stock for me, so I'm pretty happy about that. I'm glad I didn't have to wait the 3 weeks or take my car back, or even worse, them have my car half apart and unfinished, telling me I'm going to have to wait another month before they can get some head gasket sealant in stock. The other two parts that were added to the recall was the high pressure fuel pump bolts and the fuel line. So in reality, I got this car back exactly 1 week from the original promise date that they had told me. On that Wednesday when they called me and told me that my car wouldn't be ready that day, they then told me it will be ready by the end of the week, which would be a Friday, because obviously they don't work Saturdays and Sundays in the service department. So I was waiting for a phone call. Friday I called them. My car was yet to be ready. That's when I found out about the new parts. And so I definitely understood it. I wanted it to be done right. I didn't want to have to take my car back. So fortunately, they were able to get everything done in one go. They had all the parts ready. I'm really just happy to have my car back because I didn't want to deal with that Fiesta anymore. Sure, the gas mileage was great. I was happy about that. That 38 miles per gallon was great for a rental car. I was actually debating turning in the Fiesta and getting a Fusion, but then I was thinking, well, a couple more days at 38 miles a gallon, I can't go wrong. So there's a lot of people asking me out there, is there really a big difference now that you have the head gasket in there? There's people on forums and social media and even on YouTube saying that it feels like the RS may be a little bit faster now that the head gasket is installed. The most notable thing that I've noticed would have to be the reassurance of the reliability since I got the head gasket replaced. Well, what do I mean by that? Well, what I mean by that is I'm not checking my coolant levels every morning now while the vehicle is cold. I'm not worried about that anymore. I'm not afraid to do a pull anymore and be afraid of the head gasket going and causing engine problems. In my opinion, it's just a reassurance that you're driving the monster that you're driving. You don't have to be afraid to drive it anymore. At least we hope. We haven't heard of any problems since the head gasket has been replaced with any of the RSs yet. So let's hope to keep that trend going. Let's hope to not hear any more problems. I hope for the best and hope to get 200,000 miles out of this car. The other notable thing worth mentioning is it seems like the throttle response might be a touch better. So yes, for everybody racing their RS, that would make the RS a little bit faster on a roll. Alright, you guys, to sum up this video, I got the head gasket replaced and all the other parts that Ford had recalled, or a service field action, whatever you want to call it. So on that note, I'm going to go ahead and conclude today's video. So if you've enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up. Drop a comment below with any suggestions or comments that you may have regarding this video and the subject with the head gasket recall in general. And once again, please subscribe to the channel. Help me on my journey to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of playtime. And make sure you go ahead and subscribe to fellow YouTuber and RS owner, Mr. Official Sticky. There's going to be a link right over here and in the description as well. Until next time, I'm checking out.